Hi all, today I thought I'd give you something a bit different. So currently on holiday in Scotland and we are right on the edge of Galloway Forest, one of the dark sky parks. Anyway, so there's a special Raiders road trip that you can take. It's not open all year long, it's unless for bicycles, walkers and horses, but for cars it's only open between Easter and October. Anyway, it's the one on the map that I'm showing at the minute, and I thought I'd take you along for that ride and you can see what we see for the first time and what it's like. So it's called Raiders Road. It's 10 miles long, 16 kilometres. It's a two-way road and it goes between Loch Hen and Clattering Shores, and it's should be an interesting drive. You can see there's a few places to stop on the way, or at least one just there. So yeah, should be interesting. So we're on the A712. We're doubling back on ourselves. We left Newton Stewart and we went past the turn and came up to Clattering Shores Reservoir, which you'll see on the right hand side of us now. It's rather nice. There used to be a visitor centre here, but it's sadly now closed. I guess not many people stop by, unfortunately. It's quite a pleasant area, some lovely views, especially on a sunny day. And there we go again on the right. Very, very nice. Anyway, so just up here on the left is the road that we were coming to drive, the Raiders Road. And apparently you have to pay. I don't know how you pay or who you pay to use this road. You give like a few, I think it's about £3 donation or something, not sure. And anyway, it's coming up on the left in a few minutes. So as you can see, there's the sign for it, Raiders Road. It's just on the left here. Don't know what it'll be like. And it's part of the Red Kite Trail, so you can see a lot of red kites. I'm guessing these are little pull-in places for cars as you drive along. Anyway, the speed limit, as you can see, is 15 miles an hour. I mean, they call it a road, but I would call this more a track than a road. But anyway, it'll be interesting. So let's go along. So already we're waiting for somebody to come along. There we go. Off we go again. There's a little car park to the right of us down there. Not sure what's down there. Put the wipers on, then you might see something. I guess it's possible to spot red squirrels and deer and the kites in here as well. Obviously being filmed by a passenger, not myself, so my daughter's doing this one. Because I don't wear nails like those that she just waved with.
You sure?
Well, unless it's the weekend. Anyway, onwards and upwards, as they say. It's quite a nice little track. So it's 10 kilometres long. No, sorry, 10 miles long, I think it was, wasn't it? And I think it will bring us out. Let's have a look at the map here, if we can get into that work here. We're in the middle of nowhere on the map, look. Don't know if that will show up on the screen, but yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere at the moment. We'll end up over near New Galloway eventually. That's quite nice actually. doing these things, especially on bad weather days when you can't go out and do the things that you want to do when you're on holiday. Find a obscure road to travel on or track, and just go and do some investigation, have a journey. And the whole family's in the car, even the dog. Just take yourself off and see, have a bit of an adventure. That's what life's about. Better than looking at a screen, which is what you're all doing right now, watching this video, which is good. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can hear my daughter sniggering at all my comments. She will be fired later.
Oh.
Not that she's paid any money for this. This is how she gets her meals, otherwise we don't feed her.
Yeah.
Now, if you're watching social services, that is not actually true. We just don't feed her at all. Up the hill. Oh, this is good. I like this. Some nice views to the side as well here, look. Quite high up now. Quite a few passing places. We've seen one vehicle at the very start, which I think probably started the route and then changed its mind. I mean, you wouldn't want to go off the edge here now, would you? Look at that to the side. That's spectacular. Lovely. If you get a chance, have a look to the right here. Oh, there's the River Dee at the bottom down there that we're sort of following vaguely. Oh, there's a car park and a derelict house. Now that would do me. What's this say? Reminder to pay. Pay where?
The machine that's back there.
Oh, was I meant to pay there? I drove past it. Should I back up? Right, so bear with us for a minute, because we've probably just driven where we're past exactly where you meant to pay. Although if someone comes along now, I'd be blocking the road, so I don't see how this works. But anyway, we're going to back up. I think we'll pause the video while we just sort this out. So you join us again, same place. We took a few minutes to try and work out how to pay, and there was a machine there to pay. Unfortunately though, it wouldn't let us pay. So we're going to see if there's another, and if not, I believe there's somewhere you can pull over further up and stop. Oh, look at that. Up there. Wonder where that goes. Anyway, so yes, so you didn't have any joy there, but we'll just keep on trekking through and see where we end up. There is a place to pull over, like a rest stop place or car park and picnic area. So maybe there'll be a ticket machine there that we can put money in as well, I don't know, or something when you leave, I don't know. We'll work it out as we go. So again, I don't know, actually I should have looked at the mileage on the car when we started, so I reckon we're probably 2 miles in from where we turned off, so probably about 8 to go. Huge conifers, as you can see everywhere. Sort of Mirandas or everywhere of the road. The Romans didn't build this one, did they? It'd be nice and straight if they did. Gosh, this is more of a dirt track, really. Be interested to know who actually put this road here. I guess the Forestry Commission or something. driving it, I'd advise you don't. The speed limit is really 15 miles an hour. But what I would say to you is, you can just be careful on the tighter bends that you drive to the conditions and what you can see. Because really and truly, you could go a bit more than the 15. You could even double it almost. So I wouldn't go, whatever you do, don't go over 30, because it is a potholed, very gravelly track. So you've given yourself enough stopping distance. And obviously when you drive these sort of things, think about where you last saw the last pull-in place in case it's near you. See the bird, look? There's a red kite. Got quite a lot of kites where we live at home. Oh, and to the right of us here is the River Dee. Can you see that? There you go. It's quite nice. Let's see where we are on the map now. Oh, look, right in the middle of it. Oh, you can actually see, I think we're on this sort of white tracky bit here. What we need is a deer to run past or something, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Lovely. A lot of ferns blocking the view probably for the camera, but even so, it's still quite nice. Oh, this is definitely slow down for that corner. Another pull in place. Hello. Seemed to be interested in who we were more than what he was looking at. Oh, we're probably the first car that he's seen in years. Ah, right, so we're near the car park now. So this is like a midway, I think, type car park. So we'll have a look in here and see. So it's called Otter Pool. Let's see what there's like. Danger. Water may rise suddenly due to hydroelectric operations.
Ooh.
Wow. Well, I hope that happens while we're here. That'll be very exciting. The toilets are obviously closed. And just to the side here, it seems like there's some nice views of the water. I think what I'll do is I'll turn around because it looks like that's, if I do this, and you can just have a peek out the window there, give it a zoom up. Thank you, assistant. There's a little picnic area. We'll just park up for 5 seconds. So we got out the car just to have a little look around. If you're from a generation like mine, in other words old, you remember Life and Times of Grizzly Adams. This is what this reminds me of. Look at this. So definitely stop here if you ever do it. A lovely scenic place to come. Goes way over there as well. So that was an interesting little stop off point. So we're going to continue now up the Raiders Road. The only downside about parking there was we ended up with being attacked by lots of mosquitoes, and by the time we'd all got in the car with the dog, the car was full of them. So aircon on full, windows down, blow the buggers out. Anyway, back on the road. If you look on the map at the minute, that's where we are. It might be quite easy to get a puncture on this track as well, if I'm honest with you. He said praying that he's not the one who's getting one. Oh, I feel so itchy now from all the mosquitoes. Jeez.
I've just killed one. Still going along by the, you can keep an eye on it. If you're still going along by the edge of the river, I think. When you've been in the loft and you've touched all the rock wool and you feel all itchy and horrible afterwards on your skin. Well, that's how you feel after you've just pulled up in that car park and been attacked by all those bloody mosquitoes. Jeez. Nature, eh? Very similar to a Cumbria track, doesn't it? I've driven a few of those before. It's got that same sort of feel to it. I think so far I've seen 3 vehicles the whole way. So obviously not a lot uses it. I suppose these days most are put on. Oh, here comes the car up in front, we'll pull over. Do it now while we can, and we'll just wait. Didn't even get a thank you for that. Oh well, keep going. Get my daughter to film actually outside rather than the dashboard at this moment. You can zoom it up if you want. So. Okay, so it looks like if we're following this white route here, this track, we will end up going past this lock here and then out onto the main road. So we're going to come out near a sort of south, quite a bit south of New Galloway. Not much further to go. We'll see what else is on this track. something beginning with T. Yes, it's a tree. Well, so far we saw the River Dee, which was very nice. The red kite. There's some lovely views though. Probably don't know if they all show up on the phone, but some very nice views about. Mainly off to your right hand side if you've come from the direction we did. Take that off screen. We're coming up near the lock now, not far to that. See, especially there to the right, it's hard to see it at times. See how long the video is on this one, see how long the actual drive took. There's a lovely spot back there that we could have just slowed down for if I'd noticed it sooner. There's a nice view to the right. Through the trees here, look. Let's just see if we can here. As you can tell, there's not a lot of noise about other than my big gob. The lock should be on our right hand side in a moment when we get round this corner, I'm guessing. Looking at the map. See what lock it's called. Oh, it's got no name. The lock with no name. We'll have to wait until we actually get to it to see what it's called. It's got no name when we get there, I'll call it one. Lock Weird Car Freds. There you go. How many of you have left Twitter and joined Freds? Gotta say, I'm not seeing many people following on there, so I'm guessing not that many of you. Which is a shame. Because for me, Twitter's gone to the dogs, but that's probably a video for a different day. This is rather nice, whatever it is to the right. Anyone got a map in the back, want to work out what that's called? look at there's a bridge in the distance. Over there, look. I don't know if you can see that. We'll have to, hopefully we drive over it. I would have gone and taken a picture, but there was a guy stood there staring at me and he would say, "What are you doing looking at me?" Well, I'm trying to look at the view that gap's made for. That's what I'm doing. So this track obviously finishes somewhere not far up from here now. Let's see where we get to. If you stayed with the video the whole way, hold up. As you see, we've passed what, 4 cars, 5 if you count. Chap down there looking at us oddly. Mind you, if I saw me, I'd look at me oddly too. It'd be nice if there was another point to just look at that. Oh, here we go. What's this? Let's go in this bit. Oh, we can drive into the water in front. Look. Did you bring the canoe? We haven't got a canoe. I might just have a little nose from down there and see what I can see quickly. Oh, it's very wet in here. Oh, and there's a stone with something on, so let's go and check that out quickly. So we've got out of the car quickly where we just pulled up, and it says in memory of the late Charles Parley. Gosh, that would have been awful if it had been Charlie Parley. It's very hard to read, especially if you haven't got your reading glasses on. He is remembered for his kindly nature, which made it a pleasure to work with and for him, yeah. Well done, Sam, you can read, I can't. And there we go. There's the view. Not bad, huh? And there's the bridge that I was pointing out a few minutes ago, just there. Which looks rather old, like me. Let's have a walk round the corner. So we've walked down here, and we're right up under the bridge that I spotted earlier. And you can see, obviously, this track here from the car park is to launch things out, I suppose, to get onto it. A lovely place to view the bridge from. As you can see, I'm now swimming in the water for your benefit. There we go. Lovely. Love roads, bridges and things. Trains, planes and automobiles. That's a nice structure. I don't know what its age is, but certainly a few years older than me. Right, back to the car we go. Right, before we leave this lake, there's something really important to do. So Sam's going to give a shout out to some of her friends.
Shout out to all my friends watching this. Chloe, Elijah, Lips, you guys are my main watchers, and also Meg should be watching this.
There you go, you see. I forced her to do that because I said it'd be funny. Cheers.
So we're back off again. Out from there, and it's literally the last mile, I think, left of this. Yeah, it was interesting. Glad I did it. It's one of those things, I like to drive these interesting little tracks and roads. I love the hill ones most, because they always feel a bit more dangerous, especially if the weather's rubbish, but it was interesting. I'm glad I did it. So if you're ever at Galloway Forest, give it a short drive. It's an interesting little track. And now we're coming up to Loch Ken, I think it was, is it? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, there we go. That is Mrs. I in the back of the car saying, yes, we are coming up to Loch Ken. Quick car game then. Think of the famous Ken. Kenneth Kendall, Ken Bruce, Ken Dodd. I said about them the better. Kenneth Williams would be my favourite.
Don't know any of them.
And there we go, Sam doesn't know any of those. That's disgraceful. And again, she's showing you a nice image of the dashboard.
I am not.
There we go, folks. Well, we are really at the end of this drive now, because if you look on the map, there we go, we're going to hit the A762 and hook a left up to New Galloway and then head our way back to the reservoir where we started at. And there we've just come across some people in the road. Thank you. Thank you. And there's no harm in being polite to people, especially when they're walking their dogs. Don't want to scare the doggies now, do we? Don't mind scaring the people. People are horrible, you know. We're all horrible people. But the dogs are nice. Well, apart from mine that's in the back of the car. It's a pain in the backside. But anyway, less said about angry dogs, the better. That's good. I should have told them all they're going to star in the video. Did you notice how they all noticed we were recording and turned away? I don't want to be in this. I suppose a lot of people do that now. I've noticed it at a lot of car shows as well, where people get so fed up with people recording and taking pictures of cars, they just dart out the way when they see a camera, which, because so many people are doing YouTube videos now, it's virtually all the time that's happening. So we all look like wasps darting in and out of our little homes. Oh, and here, wow, look at this thing coming round the corner. You're not going to get there, are you? There's a bit just on your right, and that should just be enough. Thank you. There was that right there. He was right next to a pulling in place, and he didn't realise, and he just went back one little bit. So if you remember earlier in the video, I said, remember when you last saw your pull in place, so you know when you can just pull into it to let someone by. I know it's a bigger vehicle, but really and truly, you could have just moved over there. Hey ho. Bit of acceleration for fun. There we go. I think this could be the end of our little drive. And it is. So it's a 762 to there. Let's just have a look up here. Yeah, we're going to turn left, not right. Right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was interesting enough and not too boring. I'm sorry about my stupid humour. That is always absolutely balmy. Cheerio.